So good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It feels great to be here. How are you doing today? Where's the energy? What's happened?
Excellent.
Okay, let's see. I've heard rumblings in the kitchen. I hope the rumblings in your stomach is not keeping you from, responding to me. If you remember, some of you who were there in 2012, I spoke of two challenges facing the community. One was the image of the community and what we needed to improve on it. And the second was regarding the numbers, the membership in Bombay Catholic Sabha. Because we said that numbers count and we can bargain collectively better. Sometime later, recently, I was part of an award ceremony of the Bombay Catholic Sabha again. And at that time, I threw another challenge. I said, it's time the community became rich. I said that each and every one of us must do something to become rich. And I had a few ideas that I shared with them, which is being considered. Today, in this vibrant town of Vikhroli and amidst such achievers, and witnessing and listening to all your accolades, and most important, feeling it. Your parish priest, Father Anthony, is not here, but I would have liked him to hear what I am saying. He didn't fail to hug each and every child that performed. I mean, you could see the love, you could see the affection. It was not just one-sided. The children themselves loved them. You could see the entire group of priests who were here, prodding and encouraging the performances. What is also amazing to see that in a unit like this, the spectrum of the age group, and it is so nice that you are respecting each and every one of them. I think it was a fantastic gesture to call the past participants, the past contributors, the sponsors, and in my opinion, the best testimony came from the railway authorities. I think they deserve a round of applause again. As a Catholic community, it touches your heart and it feels great when you have a brethren from the other community prodding you on and almost saying that, listen, you guys are the beacon, you must set the example. He implied all this. Whenever we need help, you are first to be there and you must take the leadership role. So I am today tempted to talk to you something very, very fundamental. All of you have it in you. But someone somewhere said that it's important to sit back and we do it in the retreats as well. Search our souls, search our accolades, search our activities. There are three kinds of people. The first one are the commoners or the common man. The second are the responsible ones. And the third, the leaders, which of course you all are. So let's, for today's evening and for future and for inspiration, go back to this definition. More than resisting, most of us merely submit to what is happening or what can happen in our lives. They are called commoners, they are called the common men. could have done that. You could have just stand, mute spectators and allowed all those deaths to happen at your tracks, but you didn't do that. So obviously you are not in that category. Then, few of us choose to deal with life. We take it head on. We work hard, we struggle and get the results that we want. And they are, of course, we call them the responsible ones. You are, of course, very responsible. You took on the might of private interests. You took on the might of the municipality. You took on the might of the railway authorities. You took on the might of I believe, even the state government. You went up to the Supreme Court. So that would have not happened without so many forces working against you, not necessarily against you per se, but with the inertia, the lackadaisical attitude, and chalta hai business. And it's like, in log kaun hai yaar? They don't count. Like I mentioned in the very first time when I addressed you all at the Bombay Catholic Sabha, they don't count. These are laid back people. ये तो खा पी के मजा करने वाले लोगों में से है. But you proved them wrong. Then there are a handful of us who choose to lead our life. These handfuls see a possibility and realize it. They are called leaders. So, Vikhroli unit of the PCS, the president himself in a speech said, you don't need any more affirmations or confirmations that you are truly, truly leaders. So give yourself a round of applause. A huge one. I don't know when John heard me and what inspired him, the gentleman who introduced me. But these days people are saying that Alfred, people start worrying when you go up to the lectern to speak because you always throw a challenge at people. Now for most things I have a bad memory. But whenever I throw a challenge, I usually remember it. I've also had the reputation that I just don't throw a challenge. I also be part of the challenge. I be part of the solution. So are you all ready for your challenge, Vikhroli unit?
Yes.
That's it. That's the same yes I heard 2012. I heard it in Parer. What happens in Vikhroli? Tumhare gaon mein hai yaar, zara जोर से yes bolo.
Yes.
That's it. Now look at this yes, even without hearing what is the challenge going to be. Now that's the spirit. Look at, enough has been spoken about the clergy, the priests who are supporting you. Without them you can't do it. We'll make sure that we get the parish priest to endorse this. And you have had your past parish priests, you've had your past well-wishers, you've had your local doctor, you've had your local station manager, your local well-wishers. Pardon me, I'm running a cold, so I've got to keep doing this from time to time. So you got tremendous support. But before I forget, somebody from the executive committee had a very important point to tell me, and I'd like not to lose this opportunity to tell you, is that while Robert and his team, each and every one of them, have set these high standards, it's important that you also develop a succession plan. You should also nurture those who are going to step into your shoes soon. And this is the time. This is the time when you are succeeding. This is the time when the euphoria is there. And look at the youngsters who are here. Amazing. The amount of responsibility they have shown, the way they've conducted themselves with aplomb. So I don't see any difficulty in you all finding enough in the pipeline to take over from here. So So as far as the challenge is concerned, the Bombay Diocese has announced, I was part of the program last Sunday in Stanislas School in Bandra. Yesterday I was in the Xavier's College. A mentorship program for the youth. They have, I think, broadly defined the age group to be from 14 to 20. A mentorship, now why does this resonate with me very closely in my heart, and I feel honored and privileged to be part of this program, is that it resonates with what I said on the Sabha day and then in the award ceremony day, that the community has to pull itself up from its bootstraps. And the mentorship program is exactly going to do that. It's going to recognize talent. Gordon rightly reminded us about the reading today. It's all about talents and what you do with it. So it's not only recognizing talents, which the Bombay Catholic Sabha, I have said, is already doing it with its scholarships and its awards, and I'm sure internally your unit must be also doing it. But what are you doing to nurture, encourage, and give them a springboard? And my selfish motive is to see a community become rich. And if you remember what I had said, the only way you can become rich is when we have more and more entrepreneurs in our community. The mentorship program is going to nurture, encourage entrepreneurship as well. So, what's my challenge to Vikhroli? What's my challenge to the unit? That if you don't know about it, find out about it. I'm sure you can go to the website. It's called Take Charge. The program is called Take Charge. Go to the website, download the program. And I want to see Vikhroli to play a leadership role in the Bombay Archdiocese. Is there a commitment? Which means, what is the leadership role you will do? I want to see maximum participants in that program mentorship from Vikhroli. Do I hear a yes?
Yes.
Where is the youth now?
Yes.
He said yes. Now, like I always said, when I throw a challenge, I also will contribute towards making the challenge come true. While I am one of the faculty members and one of the program participants towards this mentorship, I promise you that whenever Vikhroli calls me, I will give special attention. I believe this is a very fast-track one-year program, and they're going to call for applicants very soon, and the choice will be made by January, latest February of the coming year. There is going to be, and you have the who's who of our community who is going to support this program. So you must ensure and make sure that you do this. The other one is buy a Hatka Khel for you. You are already an inspiration to all the other units. The president himself said that this is a standard that they are also now looking up to for their own celebration. But celebration apart, what is outstanding is the kind of support you get, the kind of organizational skills that you have. So continue to play that leadership role within the Bombay Catholic Sabha. Go and nurture and help even other units that require. Why should people like us only speak? From time to time, the youth, especially the youth, must also go and must be invited. Mr. President, I request you to have some programs where they can go to the other units and share their experiences. I think that would do great. And that is also truly to honor the good work that the unit is doing. With this, I don't want to come in the way of the rumblings in your stomach and the rumblings in the kitchen. So have a great evening, and I look forward to interacting with you more and more. Take charge.
Thank you, sir. We will